Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1574.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about positive news for markets, because recently we've had batches of some bad news that has caused quite a bit of volatility. But it seems that there's some good news on the horizon that's going to lift stock markets, bond markets, and crypto markets. First, we had news from the White House from National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett, who said the government shutdown is likely to end sometime this week. He also said the White House was prepared to take stronger measures to force an end to the stoppage, which entered day 20 today if there's no deal this week. Stocks came off a volatile trading week, but ultimately closed higher despite flaring tensions between the U.S. and China, a sell-off sparked by regional bank losses and declines in a few high-flying artificial intelligence names. However, there was a stronger start to the third quarter earnings season, and that appears to be lifting sentiment, alongside investors' anticipation of another quarter percentage point rate cut at the Federal Reserve's late October meeting. According to the CME Fed Rate Watch tool, there is a 98.9% chance the Fed will cut rates by 0.25%. When looking at earnings season, 76% of the 58 S&P 500 companies who have posted results so far have exceeded expectations, which was far surpassing the first week average of 68% and slightly higher than last quarter's 73% figure, according to Bank of America. This week, we have several large companies expecting to report quarterly results like Netflix, Coca-Cola, Tesla, and Intel, among others. And investors hope that earnings will continue to come in strong, possibly overshadowing any challenges in the macroeconomic landscape. Investors last week also moved past concerns of credit risks that had caused a broader rout on Thursday. The market panicked after Zions and Western Alliance disclosed issues tied to bad loans, leading shares of several financial heavyweights and regional banks to swing lower before they rebounded on Friday. Zions and Western Alliance gained around 1% each. We also had improved news about a potential trade deal with China ahead of a meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping later this month in South Korea. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Friday he thinks things have de-escalated with China and that he likely will be meeting with counterpart Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng in the coming week. These comments suggested to traders that Trump's threat of an additional 100% tariff on Chinese imports beginning November 1st may not happen, according to CNBC. Katie Nixon, Chief Investment Officer at Northern Trust, said in spite of Friday's modest rebound in U.S. equities, risk assets are reflecting heightened geopolitical uncertainty, particularly regarding U.S.-China relations. She added that the dispute presents significant economic risks to both sides, so the stakes are high to reach some sort of a palatable compromise. Although this week, due to the ongoing federal government shutdown, the U.S. Department of Labor is not releasing its usually weekly initial and continuing jobless claims reports, we are expecting to get reports on U.S. existing home sales this week, as well as the September inflation rate, the PMI numbers for manufacturing, and the Michigan consumer sentiment numbers. We're still waiting for a spot ETF for XRP to be approved at any time. Meanwhile, precious metals still continue their strong growth as silver's up 2.1% today and gold is up 2.65% today. So it seems like corporate earnings are extremely strong and there's a lot of positive news on the horizon. It could just be that any surprises we have are going to be on the upside. But we'll keep watching and reporting back to you as things unfold. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.